Hey guys, as you can see, we are reviewing in mid-review of Ghost of Tsushima, and we're playing it to completion. But don't forget that we still have a poster contest going on, where you can draw me, other Joe. A lot of people would say, "What about Alex?" You can throw Alex in there in the back. I didn't mean to disinclude him. Click the link, or the link down below is AJSAsubmissions to get your poster in by Thursday. We're gonna pick a winner soon. So I hope you guys enjoy, and please be patient on the review as we, review the game here. And I hope you enjoy the news episode. Check it out.
Hey everybody, and welcome to AJS News. This is the first video of 2 that we have for you this week.
But first, an important word from our sponsors. Check it out.
All right, boys, come on. Give me the anger. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, give me the anger. You're my 2 boys. Yeah, look angry. This is the money shot. Give me the anger, boys. Come on, boys. Let's go. Come on. Look, no, boys, why is one drooping lower than the other? Guys, seriously, what the hell are you so sweaty for? Like, guys, come on. That's gross. You're not doing it right.
Joe, is all of this necessary? There's just so much of it, and it's so hot.
Yeah, well, maybe it's not all necessary to have that much hair on my boys, but I don't know. I want to keep some of it.
Maybe just a little at the top. It's not so bad on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll sweat far less, and then he won't stink as bad as he does.
Oh.
I don't stink. Oh, God. Oh.
You wouldn't treat your friends like this, so why do you treat your balls this way? Trim your pubes and get ready for summertime with the Lawnmower 3.0 and try out the ball deodorant from Manscaped. Your balls will thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Come on, guys. Why? What are you doing?
I'm stuck to your leg.
Oh, gross. All right, much better.
Guys, go to our landing page right now at manscaped.com/AngryJoeShow, where your discount of 20% off will be automatically applied at checkout, or use code AJS. Check out the new products like the Shear 2.0, the Weed Whacker, or of course, the Lawnmower 3.0. All right, yeah, so proud of them. Gotta be proud of your boys. If you're proud of your boys, take care of them the appropriate way.
Come on.
By visiting manscaped.com/AngryJoeShow. That's right, we got our own landing page that will automatically apply the coupon to you into your cart. Guys, look good, feel good, take care of yourself. When you use this stuff, I guarantee it'll feel good. And it smells good, too, if you use the ball deodorant.
Yeah, you don't wear a turtleneck in the summertime for a good reason, so let's not put one on your crotch. Trim down there, you'll feel better.
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot in Texas.
my
You
God.
need to. When we filmed that, it was 105 or 108.
Yeah, it was like 106, but it felt like 108
No, it was
is
like
what that.
99.
But
or
felt
no,
like
103, but felt like
All I
108.
know is fucking
It was
hot. I
too
sweating
hot
my
to
ass
wear
off,
multiple
right?
layers and then be covered in hair.
Yeah, we're gonna.
So-
We need to watch those Ghostbuster
Yeah,
outfits.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All
For
right,
the
back
movie that's coming up.
right into the news.
Okay.
We've got some news on Metacritic. So I don't know if you know this, but sometimes games can divide people. And people.
I don't know if you know this, Alex, but Metacritic deletes a bunch of reviews.
Yes.
They've been caught doing that. And there was one point, I was going to do a whole angry rant on it. I forget which game it was. It froze at like 63. Oh, no, that was Rotten Tomatoes, I think.
Yeah,
Rotten Tomatoes froze their Star Wars reviews at like 60, and it never moved no matter what was going on. And then But Metacritic has been caught deleting a bunch of reviews from The Last of Us 2.
Yes.
And obviously, it's a big old mess.
It's a big issue. People, love the game, whether they played it or not, and they give it a 10. The people hate the game, whether they played it or not, and give it a 0. They're just trying to fight each other, and we don't know how many people are, hating it for hate's sake or loving it for love's sake, and it's just a giant mess. Now, what they're trying to do now lately is if you go to Metacritic and you try to rate a game, they will not let you. There's a window that says, you need to play this game. So there's a 36-hour window that now when you try to rate a game, that after the game's released, it's just no, you have to wait. And so according to Metacritic, and their direct quote is, it has, we recently implemented the 36-hour waiting period for all user reviews in our games section, only in games, to ensure our gamers have time to play these games before writing their reviews.
Wow, they got so salty over The Last of Us 2.
They specifically said it had nothing to do with The Last of Us 2.
Oh,
you did!
Bullshit.
Shit!
But it
has nothing to do with Star Wars. Has nothing to do with The Last of Us. Never heard of it. Never heard of this behavior before. How long has Metacritic been in operation? That's some bullshit right there. I can get some games done in 6 hours. I can get some games done in 48 hours. But, okay, so they're trying to limit you. What this is going to do, it's just going to shift everything over to 36 hours. The same behavior is going to happen 36 hours later.
Yeah,
I think what they're thinking is
postpone it.
People will get lazy and they won't remember to come over and do their
people?
bomb. Yeah, maybe. You think it'll be highly effective?
No. I said some people. There's some people that are just like, you know what? I'm not that mad. And I'm not going to remember in a day and a half, go back and write 0 out of 10 I hate.
I've always been, I wouldn't mind if there was some way to verify your purchase, but you can't really do it for a third-party website like that. Amazon, you can get verified purchases if you bought it through Amazon. But I wish there was a, basically putting your money where your mouth is kind of thing. It's like, yes, I bought this game. Yes, I do think it's a 0. Or yes, I bought this game. I do think it's a 10. But I don't know. I just think this is pointless because, like I said, it'll shift down. And honestly, in my experience, seeing all this stuff, it kind of evens out from all the people bombing it and then all the people raising the user score kind of ends up where I kind of feel most of the time it's actually accurate.
There are some outliers.
Look at the Maddens, look at the FIFAs. The audiences are fucking pissed off and they're mad.
Good.
And
As it should be.
but I see what you're saying. Maybe they're concerned that the social justice or the people who would defend a particular game might not be awake or at their computer at the time, and the trolls will win. Or the opposite, these guys will win because the trolls are sleeping or what. I don't know what the point is, because eventually people are going to rate the game just the same way and 36 hours later. That's what I think.
They're just going to rely on their laziness. It's like, oh, they'll forget.
No, industry experts told them. Specifically, remember, not about Last of Us 2. This has nothing to do with recent games. But it's they've been working on this for a real long time, and the industry experts told them that this is going to help, and maybe it will. Maybe this will be something, and I'm going to try to be optimistic for them. I'm not really. But I'm going to say I'm optimistic. Good job, guys.
This is not going to be effective. If you really want to do something different, then your user score should be a 3-grade scale. It should be green, yellow, or red kind of thing, instead of the actual numerical score. Leave the numerical score for maybe the critic side or whatever. But that's kind of unfair, too, because a lot of these companies are using Metacritic for actual pay, bonuses. There are developers and publishers who be like, developer, if you reach 80% or 90%, your bonuses kick in, which is totally unfair.
Yeah.
Well, there was which game was it that got an 84 and they needed an 85 to qualify for any bonuses? And it was a game that universally, we all loved, and everyone, I don't remember what it was. We'll have to comments. Tell us in the comments what it was, but it was a big story because these people didn't get huge bonuses like lifetime.
And that's for critics.
When their developers are like, everyone, rush, give it a 10 out of 10.
No, I was just about to put that to rest, Joe. That's for critics. not for the user score. They're not dumb enough to like put, because then of course all their employees are going to go online.
Yeah, we get
That's
bonuses.
for critics, the verified critics that they verify for the site, which by the way, we're not verified or anything like that. So it just goes to show you, the type
I
of
don't think they would let us.
They wouldn't let us. I did it a long time ago. I think like 8 years ago.
Maybe we
I
can apply
applied.
for it,
We could
probably.
apply. I'm not saying that they're like not putting us there, but I'm just letting you know we're not factored into that because
Yes.
I'm pretty sure we would drag
Yeah.
some scores down.
You're a wild card. They don't want you.
Right? They don't like wild cards. That's the thing. Yeah. Anyways, interesting, but not very effective.
Yeah, I don't think it's going
Pokemon.
to work out for them. No. All right, the next story we have was a really interesting piece. There was a very large article on a website called The Nation, and it goes over some of the U.S. Armed Forces and how they've been really moving over to Twitch.
Wait. I just have one more thing to say. You're going to put some checks and balances on some users. Why not some checks and balances on the critic reviewers? Because I feel like sometimes, at least the shit that they score and write, they didn't even play the game to completion.
Well, we know
to
that
see
they did.
a terrible ending to the game. So maybe put a 36-hour ban on those guys too.
Well, we know that.
To make sure that they send a screenshot of the credits.
Well, IGN got in trouble a couple of years ago. Remember, it was that guy that was plagiarizing
right.
reviews, and he was actually not playing the games. He's just like, what did you do? All right,
You know what's funny about that? That guy just came back. Like, there's a controversy right now. He just put out a review that says my totally honest and independent review of the game that he plagiarized before. Everybody's like, shut up.
Yeah, everyone's like,
Just go away.
We don't care what you think about it.
Yeah. Anyways,
All right.
did you know that?
I didn't know that it came. I didn't know he came
lined
back.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ignore this person.
All right, ignore. Moving on to
All right.
Twitch.
Yeah, so Twitch has been it's a very popular platform owned by Amazon, billions and billions of watch hours, and so other companies know that they can advertise on Twitch, and so
Yeah,
the U.S.
for sure.
Army, the Navy, the Air Force, they've looked at it and said, look, this is a place to target, to go after kids and recruit them, and just like they do everywhere else. But the reason that this was a story is that the Army was running there was a chat bot that was saying, hey, do you want this really cool custom controller, like $200 custom controller? Click here and get entered into this contest. And you clicked it, and it just took you to an Army recruitment form. There was nothing.
Sneaky
There was nothing about the
bastards.
controllers at all. It's just like, gotcha.
I was gonna say,
No.
these recruiters are pretty like they're
Aggressive.
pretty aggressive. Yeah, because I
Oh,
remember I was like 16 working as a cashier. Like, hey, you should come sign up. I was like, no, thank you. He's like, well, what's your number? I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Please stop.
They have quotas to meet.
I
Dude,
know,
I
but
took the ASVAB, and they get your full information, and they didn't leave me alone for years.
Yeah,
They're like,
they
are you
picked me
sure?
up.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
I did that too, and then they picked me up, and then they took me. I was like, no, I don't want
They
to.
picked you up
I
and
think
took
maybe-
you? What
Yes.
happened to you?
It was a white van. It was scary.
Miley Cyrus fan club written alongside? I think you're talking about something completely different, Joe.
Twitch, I think, probably goes easier on them because they are the U.S. military, and, you can't seem like you're anti-military, especially if you're a company. But they should be obviously held to the same standards
were.
that other people are.
Yeah, so Twitch forced them to take down the
Good.
promotion, saying that, like, look, you cannot tell people that this is about a controller, and then click them over to a recruitment thing. But it's something that...
Yep. So you see some of the shady tactics they used on you back in the day, they're still using
still
now.
using now, yeah.
And Twitch actually gave them stopping.
I didn't think that they would. I was reading the
Stop
article, I was like, they're going to let them do this. And it's like,
That's
oh,
what I
wow.
thought.
So it's like, good on you, Twitch, for doing something this
Yeah.
time.
Just get people to legitimately sign up to the military. There's some people that want to serve their country, and there are some people who just want free controllers and Xboxes,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden are
free
fighting
swag.
in Iran
Yeah.
It's like, what brought you here? An
In the
Xbox
desert.
controller.
and fighting against terrorists. That would be a culture shock.
Yes,
there for them.
absolutely.
Yeah, I was pretty scared too after that. I was like, block their calls, looking outside. Please leave me alone, guys.
No, Joe, you're going to the desert.
No.
They're still looking at you. All right. Well, I don't know if you guys are aware. There was a video game trailer that was leaked called Gamer Girl. and
Yeah.
caused quite the controversy because
As
it
it
is.
should. What the fuck was that?
I
That
don't-
was the creepiest shit
It
I ever
was.
seen, Joe.
It was so strange. Well, it's
Be a part of her life.
yeah, lure her into a warehouse or a ship or whatever the hell that was.
No. You're not the troll. You're the moderator.
You're the moderator.
Yeah,
I
she's
still
like,
don't
you
know.
don't control my life. This moderator does. I was like, wait, what? I get to choose everything you do? No, this is creepy.
Yeah, I don't like-
streaming
I
again?
don't like this.
Yeah, don't let him control my life. You control
You
my
stream,
life.
girl. You do what you want. Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
But make sure to run it by me first, because I'm your mod.
What is...
It is a little
Why?
weird in this
Very
dynamic of, moderators getting to get close to the gamer girl. You know what it reminds me of? Did you see that clip of, I think it's Amaranth or something, where she's at a convention and one of her mods are there and like he goes to give her a high five.
Yeah.
She like gives it the culture.
It's
Joe,
pretty
put that
awkward.
clip up here and then put wasted because that was a gaming moment.
is she?
Do
the
we
one-
get to play that? Is like Amaranth like a boss in this game where you like try to
Oh,
get her
that'd
to
be
high
interesting.
five
I
you
doubt it.
and she
I
does.
doubt it.
Oh, there's so many creepy things about this, and so the video was the trailer
Yeah.
was pulled down because there's massive backlash. Everyone said it was creepy.
It
creepy.
was.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I was like, what is everybody talking about? And all the girl
Found
streamers were talking about it without linking it. And I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So I like tried to find it.
Well, and then they went out and said like, this is what our nightmares are made of, right? Like
Right.
we get these
Yeah,
we get
yeah,
legit these messages all the time,
Yeah.
and there are some horrible things that these viewers say to these women streaming,
And it's serious shit.
and it's really serious.
Yeah.
Like having to call the FBI once a month serious. Like there are people, like especially the real big ones,
Yeah.
they're constantly in contact to make sure that these people are looked at. It's like, well,
Yeah.
he said he was going to wear my skin, and I don't. I
Right.
don't
This
want
is
that.
not. Here's the thing. This is not a game.
No.
The trolley stuff and beating down trolley stuff is fine, but you're encouraging people to have like this moderation connection, run by things by me and I get close to your life and I'll protect you kind of thing. It's very odd, and you're encouraged to do that in this
I
game.
don't-
And
yeah.
do you get points for how much white knighting and simping you do? Is this the simp simulator?
Simpson.
You're like, I just donated $1 million.
Dollars.
What now? It's like nothing.
Oh,
nothing.
wow.
Well, it got pulled down, and hopefully PlayStation looks at it and goes, maybe we won't release this game.
I don't
So-
know. Hold on. I don't know about that. You wait a minute. So you want to ban the game?
No, I don't want to ban the game. Look, I'm of the opinion that I don't think people should play it. And if they had asked me, I don't think they should have developed it. And I will
Yeah.
never tell someone to go out and buy this.
Because you remember that game on Steam, Hatred,
Oh.
where you play like a school shooter. There's been
Oh,
games that have been
Oh, yeah.
controversial before. This definitely falls into the controversial spot. But most male gamers will probably not see the big deal because they don't experience it from that particular
From the-
side
yeah,
of things.
perspective,
So
yeah.
some of the female streamers will think this game is outrageous, disgusting, should not be allowed because the kind of behavior it cultivates
Yeah, I'm
and
just
encourages.
curious in the boardroom.
But
Like, hey
they're-
guys, we're gonna make a game. It's gonna be Gamer Girl. Are they gonna be mods and decide her life?
Just dumb
What?
people.
Why?
It's probably a small team.
Tone
and
deaf.
they tone deaf. They didn't understand.
Different country maybe who may not understand the
Yeah.
dynamics that goes on. Well, no, they would understand. I don't know. I have no
'cause
explanation for it. But the point I was
was
trying to make is that there are games that show off sex and violence and stuff that exist. But you're right. I don't think certain companies should be promoting it. I think in the case of PlayStation, they had no idea what it was. Oh yeah, Gamer Girl. Yeah, we love girls that are
it's
gamers.
PC,
Let's put it up there.
which makes sense. There's a lot of weird shit that comes out on PC. And I'm not saying you can't make your own games. If someone wants to buy it, I'm not going to. But PlayStation is really, like, they really try to cultivate what's on there. And even weirder is Nintendo. It was supposed to be released on the Switch. And Nintendo,
Really?
you don't think that this
No,
kind of thing would
no.
show up on Nintendo. But so it's PC, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One.
Well, the developers are going crazy because they felt like, did it leak or something? Because they're trying to position it as this is not a negative game. This is a positive game. You are beating down trolls. They're basically trying to appeal to social justice
But
warriors.
the whole
saying
video just
every
was the whole trailer
I
was
know.
fucking weird. At
I
the
know.
end, she goes, "Yes, go alone to this boat
Right.
by yourself. Hey, there's somebody behind you." and then it cuts off to black. It's like, what the
Right.
fuck happened?
But that is kind of a horror story, is it not? You remember there's horror anthologies that on the PlayStation and stuff, but it doesn't have to do with streaming. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a line that you have to walk. I think it should be allowed. I think people should be able to create horror stories and things like that. But the fact, I guess, because it's so close to home for some people and real life people, that they're like, no, don't support this game. It's really weird. And I think the way it was marketed was terrible.
Yeah, it was originally posted on the PlayStation channel, and it got huge downvote ratio. Everyone said that this is crossing the line. So the trailer itself was not done particularly. If we're going to give it the benefit of the doubt, whoever designed the trailer should be fired. Because if we're like, no, context matters, and this isn't a game about this kind of violence, then you made it look exactly what this game is about, so you should be fired.
Horror.
Don't ever make video game trailers again. And then even if it does come out and that's not what it's like, it's not a game that interests me. But again, we see things on Steam. It's just like, I don't want to play any of these games either. You make whatever you want. But if they do cross the line, I'm sure that someone will tell us that they did, and then we'll tell you about it later.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just super creepy, and I don't even know if it will come out in that same way, or whether they'll make another trailer for it. Because honestly, the reason why it's sensitive is because girls in gaming do get a lot of harassment. They do get a lot of creepy stalkers, threats. I have friends that are females that are streamers. This shit is real, for people. And it's just kind of weird to sort of glorify that in a way. And I know that maybe the developers, because they've been, messing. No.
We're not glorifying it.
It's not like that.
But
you made it look like that.
I don't know if you kind of understand that it kind of is that regardless. Anyways.
Good news time. Let's palate cleanser. Good news. So we've been talking about the PlayStation 5 and how we were worried that PlayStation announced we were dumbfounded that they said they were only going to make about 4 or 5 million units in the first year, and that's really low. That's like PS3 numbers versus PS4 numbers, and we thought that there may be a shortage. Like the emphasis was you need to pre-order this if you really want to make sure that you get it. Now Sony has come out and they spoke to the Nikkei Asian Review and said that that's not the case anymore. Now that they're looking at more than doubling what their initial output would be, up to about 10 million units, which is a lot for a console of this size and of the estimated cost that we think it's going to be. So good news is if you're looking to get a PlayStation 5, there's probably going to be significantly more than we thought. There may not be shortages. Now, there still may be.
I think
there's going to be certain areas, if you're looking to pick one up at so-and-so store in a small market, you probably won't get it. You may have to pre-order it online if you really want to get it. But for those that were worried that, with the delays in COVID and production, and then their low initial production anyway, good news. And so that's kind of a good thing.
Yeah. Does it say when you could start pre-ordering?
No, they did say they're going to give everybody plenty of heads up. It's not going to be like a day or an hour thing where it's like boom, go, because that's unfair. They're going to give everybody time. Their website's going to get hammered. They also said that they're maybe going to limit it to one per person. I don't know how exactly they're going to do that, but good. I'm fucking tired of people, buying 15 of them and then putting them on eBay for double the price. That kind of shit bothers me. Just like Mondo posters, that buy the fucking posters of fucking Superman, Man of Steel, and then I have to fucking pay them 2 times the fucking cost of fucking limited editions bullshit. So the fact that they're making more PS5s was smart because they know that shit is going to sell.
Yes.
This console generation coming up here is going to be a battle. It's going to be a war. People are readying their weapons. Microsoft.
They've already picked the side.
Ready to weep on.
You already picked a side too?
And
I have not picked a side.
You have not?
I know which way that I'm leaning towards based on the information currently available, but this week is Xbox week.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for that information, the next video is 100% Xbox stuff. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The next story, this is going to be an interesting week here in the United States. We have a lot of COVID cases, a lot of COVIDiots running around. And
We're number 2.
We're number 2.
We're number 2.
Now, there's a
Oh,
lot
thank God Florida beat us.
there's a lot of retailers that are making they're establishing rules right now. Walmart being one of them.
everyone.
I cannot wait to see what happens in Walmart this week when they require
Stay
everyone to wear
classy, Walmart.
I can't wait for all the Karen videos.
So I was looking up the information to find out what day the Walmart thing goes, and I was just like, all right, let's Google Walmart requires, and then before masks, it was pants, underwear. It's like, who Googles this shit? Who sits there and goes like, does Walmart require pants? But
Late night shoppers.
I guess. But anyway, so Walmart is doing it, and GameStop is also going to be one of the companies doing it. And that's the story we have this week. GameStop is going to require, and put signs up everywhere, require customers wear masks.
They should have been doing that a long time ago.
The problem is there were some internal memos saying that if customers come in without masks, employees can be like, hey, we got a mask for you. And if they still say they don't want a mask, you don't kick them out because we need their money. And what you do is you just keep them in the store, and then you try to get them to finish up their transaction quickly, then get out of the store. So it's like, I appreciate they're like,
here's what they should do. They should put them on one of them, the little grabbers that are far away, and then like hover it next to their mouth. Yes, sir. What else? What else would you like, sir? Get that shit out of my face. No, no. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. You know how those people are like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't my rights, my freedoms.
It's like, sir, you're on private property.
Yeah, that's the part that makes me the most upset.
I don't get
like,
it.
This is America.
I can't wear a mask.
Yes, you're in America, outside the door right there.
Yeah, if you're in the street,
property,
you're here.
Private property. If I say you have to wear a mask in my goddamn house,
well, most of these people that are complaining, they're like, well, I can't wear a mask because it's hard for me to breathe. I was like, well, this is...
You're lying.
You should probably stay home because this is going to be a bad disease for you.
All right. Well, let's not get too big into the people who don't want to wear masks because the comments will probably be horrible. But GameStop.
No, the comments will be fine. Fuck all those people.
So
it's only for another year or two. Get over it.
The internal memo is just lets everyone know that this whole thing is a joke to GameStop, and they don't actually care. It's for optics only. So the specifically says, commonly ask a customer that you can assist them with, ask them what they can assist with, and complete their transaction as quickly as possible. They're not going to require, even though GameStop is providing the stores complimentary masks for these people, they're not forcing them to wear it.
Maybe they're just scared because they've seen, they know they've upset gamers enough with all their bullshit, and hey, you want $3 for your PS4? And they're going to offer you $3, and people are going to push over the fucking... Remember that shit when he tried to return the game?
Fallout 76, yeah.
So they're like, you know what? It's going to be far more damages incurred of people with their wrath on our store than forcing them out the door or calling the police or something like that. So I guess whatever. Games, but it is kind of funny because it's like, please give us your money.
Yeah, please.
Wear a mask. No? Okay. Can we have money?
Can you do the money thing real quick and then get out of here and just try not to sneeze on anything? All right. The last thing I want to talk about this week is a really important update to Madden 21. Now, we are
There is no update.
Yeah. Well, there were some big updates in football this week. A certain Washington team is now nameless. And so that Washington team has already been programmed and plugged into Madden 21.
DC Redskins.
The Washington... No, that what?
I saw it in The Onion.
No.
They changed the name to DC Redskins.
DC Redskins.
Well, going from Washington. What? That is an offensive name. No. Right now, I guess it's just the Washingtons.
The Washingtons. If they name themselves the Generals, it will be the
Washington Generals. That's actually pretty sweet.
Well, that's the team that the Globetrotters beat up on every single day. So they'll turn into the most embarrassing Washington Generals.
I didn't know that. That's right. They always go against. Yep.
Yeah.
Little Patsy.
According to Madden and EA, we are pleased to see Washington's decision to change their name. We are quickly working on updating Madden 21 to feature generic Washington team while we wait final word on the updated team. And they put out this big update. They're like, oh, there may be things in there because we're not going to go through and edit all the jerseys. We're not going to go and take out all the logos everywhere. Because
what?
They can't. Well, until they can't take out all of them.
They need to figure out.
Oh, yeah, they're just saying logos. It might be in there until. Why the hell do the Washington Redskins not have a logo right now? I mean, if you're going to make the decision, fucking make a decision.
It's going to be forever.
What the hell?
You got to think about this.
And you're telling me they haven't thought about it all the other times people have asked them to change their name.
Well, how many
they
tweets?
Have literally no backup.
Never, ever
the only time they
change,
right, except for when FedEx asks us to change it or we're going to lose the sponsorship. Yeah. That's when they change the name. But I read an article here, Alex, that made me so mad. Like fucking journalists and gaming websites characterized the story. I saw it was a headline. I got to try to find it. Madden scrambling to update roster after Redskins changed name. I'm like scrambling, like whoop, whoop, whoop,
No,
whoop,
they don't
whoop.
do that.
Like, is it
They
that
don't- no.
fucking complicated? No. These journalists think these little tiny fucking logo updates are like a massive fucking feature and require a lot of manpower. That just shows me this shit is so warped. Like, they can literally give you anything. They can give you fucking a blue screen instead of last year's yellow screen, and you're like, whoa, this shit is updated. That's a great patch. Did you
Blue's a
see
good
that
color.
blue?
Blue's a good color.
That fucking blue?
That blue, premium blue.
What is that?
Blue's
What is
amazing.
that? What is that fucking blue?
Fucking blue.
And guys, I have had some screens sent to me, and I think there's going to be a nuclear explosion come August in around the Austin, Texas, around my house location,
you don't think
around
they've
my
updated?
computer chair, because I don't think that they've actually updated.
What gave you that impression?
EA.
Yeah, but what if we get one more face?
Just
Just one
They
more
gave
face.
you that 4-hour little campaign.
The
you don't give a
franchise
shit
mode
about.
and the we'll have to see. All right.
Maybe
so
they'll wow
stay
you.
tuned, because Madden,
They do
do
some
not
better.
let them, put out these small, tiny little fucking incremental things
They're gonna
and
let
think
them.
that it's amazing.
They're gonna let them. It's gonna be.
developers scrambling to update the Redskins name. It's like done.
But if you're worried about it, if you're really worried about it, the second you put the disc in, you may see some logos, some Redskins logos. And
Right.
so they said once you update it, most of them will be gone, but
Okay.
there will probably be little hidden Redskins Easter eggs hidden all over the place, because we know that EA is lazy and they don't like to do stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So
So
they
they
don't-
their stadium. There's
Yeah,
gonna be nothing
they don't
but
even
Redskins.
change. They don't change the dates from 18 to 19 or whatever the hell it
Oh, yeah,
was.
I
So
saw
they're
that.
probably not going to change the logo. All right. Well, that's what I got for non-Xbox news this week. Anything else that you guys want to talk about?
Okay, so one thing that I saw is Dr. Disrespect gave updates, like right when we talked about it.
Well,
a few days later,
Said he's not
some
done.
not-
he
not-
said
there
stuff,
are-
but there was zero update.
Well, there
he's not
is a
done.
little bit of information there. He gave one to Washington Post, which is paywalled, and then one to the PC Gamer. If he did to other outlets, they didn't upload them. That's just weird.
Well, he didn't
to
say
select
anything.
his- Yeah. So here's what he said. He's not returning to Twitch ever.
he's banned.
Now that's obvious because they refunded his subscriptions, and that there's a possibility that he's going to continue his show, without exclusivity deals.
Well,
you
yeah,
know,
why wouldn't he? He's got a great following.
yeah, on his own website could be, or YouTube, Facebook Gaming, whatever. But to me, the impression that it gave me is that Twitch and these other places are not really interested in giving exclusivity deals. But that's kind of not true.
No, it's not.
because Joe just shared a story with me as we were driving here that
Logic.
Logic.
I like his music.
Yeah, he plays a ton of video games too.
Yeah.
Be different.
What? Yeah.
Be
we were
different.
listening to a different
Be
song.
different. I don't remember how it goes anymore, but Will Smith was in it. Anyways, they signed him to an exclusive Twitch
7
contract.
figures.
So it's like they're using some of that money they saved from not having to give it to Doctor to give it to Logic. Yeah. And is that going to piss off Dr. Disrespect's lawyers and stuff like that? It's going to be interesting. But it's just
It's got
weird
something
because
in the works.
he's a streamer, Joe? Are you familiar with Logic?
Just his rapping.
And I know I've seen a bunch of interviews. He plays a ton of
streamed-
video games.
Yeah, he has streamed in the past. I think he's been on the platform, according to him, since 2015-16, and he was going to stream anyway. But I think it has to do something with the protests and this and that and helping in this way or that way. So, in terms of being, social kind of changes and stuff, I think is what it's geared towards. But I was like, wait, is he going to make exclusive music, or is he signing to play games? Like I didn't really understand. Is to play games
Yeah, more than likely. 'cause
or
I
to
think he
do
said he
like
was-
live DJ stuff?
Could be a
We
variety.
gotta- we gotta check it
anyway.
out. We gotta check it out.
What it all just ties together because it's like, oh, you're giving the impression that they're not interested in doing exclusives.
They are.
And there's a new
Yeah, I think
exclusive.
they're going to be continue doing exclusives, and so it's unfortunate that according to him, he still hasn't been told the reason why he was let go.
Yeah,
But
I think that's extremely, extremely unprofessional.
yes,
I don't appreciate that. I mean, if he did something criminal, then obviously, you know, it might have been a legit reason. You get the police involved, the FBI, or whatever it is. But if there's no criminality, which I feel like there's no criminality, because why would remember, it was Mountain Dew and some of his sponsors pulled down the stuff, but then like a day later it went back up, and assumedly because he told them what was going on or why the reason for the ban. And it's like, it just purely seems more like a business decision.
I mean, the lawyers are
Twitch's
almost certainly in charge here, and if
Yeah.
they're like, look, this is the situation, these are the facts that we know, we have to axe them here, we have to prep our thing, and then we will present everything later, and in the meantime you cannot say anything. That's what it smells like here, is that the lawyers are like, hey, everyone, shut your mouth.
Well,
while
both
we
sides are telling each other to shut their mouths because
Yeah.
money is at stake, because there's a contract that was, you know,
Millions
that was now broken. And where does that money go? Do they owe him anything? Do they not owe him anything? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it just is weird, super crazy. It makes you wonder, like, even the next person who signs with Twitch, they're going to be in the back of their mind, they could literally just cancel me for anything.
I mean, if it's in the contract
cancel
that they can do
contract.
that, I mean, there's probably something in there that says, like, you can't do these things as long as you don't do these things. So the lawyers can put protections in there.
Yeah.
But we were hoping for a big update from Dr. Disrespect.
And there wasn't.
And yeah, he
Essentially.
went up there. He's like, hey,
I'm not done.
I'm not with Twitch. He's like, yeah, we know that. He's like, yeah, I'm probably going to still do something. It's like, yeah, that makes sense too. Cool, I'm going to put up this music video on my YouTube channel. Oh, that was kind of cool.
A little teaser.
I liked
back.
it. I liked it, but it's just like that's not what we want yet. Like, we want.
He can't talk about that, and you know he can't talk
He
about
can talk
that.
about-
You just supported why he can't talk about
He can talk
that.
about where he's going. He can talk about, hey, I'm going to be
Maybe
streaming on
he
my
did.
website.
He said he's not interested in exclusivity deals.
Yeah.
So in that sense, he's going to be doing everything. He's going to do his own website. He's going to do Facebook gaming. He's going to do YouTube. And he's a free agent. And then he says he's going to expand the character into other avenues. So it sounds like his TV show thing is still going to go. Maybe it's delayed a little bit. So there's going to be more Dr. Disrespect. If you're a Dr. Disrespect fan, then you're going to see him return.
Yeah.
Just not on Twitch. And I hope one of these days somebody at Twitch or Dr. Disrespect writes a tell-all so we know exactly what the hell happened, because it's fucking fascinating in that sense. Because, you know, big contracts, gaming world, that's where we're in. We're in this shit, and we want to know what happened.
Yeah. Yes. All right, that's what we got for this video. Make sure you check out the second one, and make sure you check out manscaped.com/AngryJoeShow.
Definitely. And, guys, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.